Hey everybody, it's me Marquita. I am sitting here watching Belinda Strouder. Oh, watch me at Sweet and Thief. Um, and she is reacting to a video of Islam. Isbram. It's Ibrahim. Daron. Anyways, he is the president of Burkina Faso, and I hope for that man to be able to live, and I hope that he is very safe because he is standing up for his people. He is the president of Burkina Faso, which is in Africa. Never in my whole history have I ever heard of Burkina Faso, but I have now. And yes, I am I am an American by birth, and that's the only place that this is the only place that I have ever lived. I never lived outside of the United States. I know no other language, so I have no dog in this fight. But if everything is true, what they are saying about this man, then this man needs to be protected at all costs. If he really did kick the French soldiers and the French oligarchs, if he really did kick them out of Burkina Faso, I stand with him because we all know, and you might not want to admit it, but it is true. The United States is only about themselves. And I know you're like, what's the United States got to do with France? Well, because they're trying to deem the president of Burkina Faso as a dictator. Even though they just said that after he kicked out all the people, he bought all the farmers new tills and new things so that they can till their own land, so that they can grow their own vegetables, so that they can sell and provide food for their land. So that he kicked out the French soldiers and oligarchs so that they are in charge of their own gold, their minerals, and their own rocks, which, the United States won't. Denmark, because of global warming is real, and because they know up under all that ice, they know that there's rare minerals and gold. Well, Burkina Faso is the fourth largest producer in Africa for gold and rubies and diamonds, blood diamonds. Burkina Faso has the fourth biggest diamond mine, aka blood diamond mine. I am so glad that the president, that is the youngest president in history because he's just 36, and he became president in 2022, and an African general of the United States said that the president of I keep saying Marquita because it sounds like my name, Burkina Faso, that president is a dictator. And it's like, you're only saying that because you want the United States to go over and get that man's diamonds, that man's gold, that man's Maramite, or Thomas, and all that, all the rare minerals and gold. We don't need it. I'm speaking from the United States. We don't need it. Let them keep their stuff. Let them keep their stuff. And like somebody said, yeah, the West, which is the United States, wants to go over and help Burkina Faso like they did Palestine. It's just dirt. Remember? They're about to build the Mar-a-Lago of the Rivera. The Mar-a-Lago of the Rivera. Really? So it was an open air prison, and then you told, Oompa Loompa told, the people that didn't get bombed to death, that, oh, well, and tell another country, Jordan, you need to come and get these people. Jordan's like, no. And they're like, yeah, so we're going to send all these people to different countries, different places where they don't live. We're going to knock down all the buildings that got bombed, the ones that are still standing. We're going to knock that all down. And they'll build a luxury condos. What do you build luxury condos for? These people literally cannot even pay for food. So who's going to live in them luxury condos? The Mar-a-Lago or the Rivera? I wonder. Like, and the dude was like, it was, he said another place. I think it might have been Afghanistan. Of course. All I'm saying is, I hope that the president of Burkina Faso, hopefully he is protected, because he has had over 20 assassination attempts on his life. And thank God he didn't die. If he is truly bringing his land back to the people. Because that's what they said. They said he eliminated the debt within 2 years. 2 years. And now they are self-sufficient. I don't even know if that's the right word. Anyways, they don't have to sell their minerals and their rocks to have an economy. They don't need the outside world. They only need them and their own people. And that's what's making Oompa Loompa mad. And that's what's making Macron mad. He had a nerve to say, they didn't thank me. What are they thanking you for? Or, like, y'all went, Macron, not Macron specifically, but France, went down to Burkina Faso in 1960. And it took to 2024, beginning of 25, for these people to get all of y'all out, the French soldiers, the French oligarchs, to get their land back that y'all took in 1960. And now they are so sufficient that they don't even need to buy anything from the outside world to survive. When before that, they were needing aid, humanitarian aid to eat, for medicine, for just basic needs. And now they don't need anything. They have everything that they need. They are thriving and surviving without any outside goods. Look at God. Look at God. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say. Look at God. But I'm biased because I wish the United States would do that. But see, what happened is There's too many greedy people over here that only thinks about themselves. And they are against Burkina Faso. They will look at them like, but if you don't need me, then you shouldn't, like, you have to need me. You have to beg. You have to need my help. You have to ask for that. No, I don't need you. Well, that's not right. It's not fair. You have to. No, that's how I wish the United States would do. Well, thank you. Yes, we will buy things that we cannot grow here in the United States. And we will evenly trade. Y'all, nobody will get hurt in the deal. But see, what happens is, the rich people is like, why do you want me to give you fair market value for your product? No. If I do that, then that's going to be taken away from my pocket. Instead of us both getting benefit from the thing, it's like, no. How dare you ask to be compensated fairly for your products? United States is greedy. United States is horrible. But this is the only place that I have ever lived. This is the only place that I know. But I am for equality. I am for the rights. I am glad that man, if what they say is true, I'm so glad that he is trying to make sure that him and his people that he is president up under, be president over, continues to keep his people, to keep everybody out, and for him and his people to thrive. Because like I said, they're trying to kill him. There's been at least 20 assassin attempts on his life. They try to say, oh, he's a dictator because he canceled that election. I think it was in 24. But yeah, he did, but that's only because everybody, all of his people said, no, we don't want anybody else. We want you. We don't want anybody to run. Because up under you, this is what his people are telling him. Up under you, I actually can till my ground and sell my fruit and vegetables from my garden. And me and my family, we have food, but we're also making an income. We get to live off of our land, and we get to thrive and have money and be able to survive without France, without the United States, without England or the UK. We can survive. Africa can survive off of Africa. We don't have to worry about anybody off of the continent of Africa. There's nobody giving us humanitarian aid because we have enough food, because we get to keep our food and sell our food for a profit without somebody coming in and saying, I'm gonna give you 10 cents for this banana, when they then sell that same banana for like $2. But all we got is 10 cents. I'm using American money. They are French francs, which I do believe they're about to change it. Because what somebody said was, France don't even use the francs anymore, but Burkina Faso does. And the only way that they can convert that in, like to make it into money when they get things, when people buy things from them, is through a French bank. They said that the new language, French is no longer the required, is no longer the main language. I do believe that's what they said. Now I don't know anything about it, because this is my first day in history and my first day in ever that I ever heard of this place. But I stand with them. If they truly are independent and he is truly being a great president, I support him. And I'm nowhere near Burkina Faso. I can't even point it out on the map. I only know it's in Africa because they said it was in Africa. So I don't know. I never heard of it. I'm today years old of hearing about it. But I stand with them. I know I can't stand for me because this is probably illegal, but I still stand with them. Morally, I stand with them. God knows my heart. God knows that I'm equality for all, and if them people really are surviving without any outside world, I would not be for that. I would not be for that. If they do have to sell something, I'm literally praying my mouth to God's ear. Please let them get a fair exchange, because I can't get a fair exchange. I'm not selling anything, but even if I did, I know that I'm getting screwed over. I know where I live. I know how my life is. But when I lack in money, when I lack in resources, I'm very rich in religion. I'm very rich in knowing that everything happens for a reason. And I might not understand it right now, but maybe I'll understand later. Because I'm still trying to figure out the trials and tribulations that I feel like I've been going through since last year. Almost a year. Next month, or in a couple of days. Well, I'm going to say next month will be one whole year of me going through trials and tribulations. With trials and tribulations last 7 years. And if this is my personal trial and tribulations, I'm barely about to make year 1. But I just hope, and I'm really trying to keep my faith, that this is all for something. I'm supposed to be going through this for a bigger reward. And if that is just, I need to be this strong and go through all these trials and tribulations before God himself come back, I accept it. Because I believe with everything in me, my God, he knows all. But that's me. I'm not putting my religion on anybody. This is my personal feeling.